Welcome back.
Hello, thanks for watching CapriCast. He's Matt, I'm Nat, and let's get started.
Well, it looks like False Labor will be the last episode of Caprica we'll be seeing on SyFy this year.
If ever. With Caprica cancelled and no solid date for when in 2011 the remaining episodes will air, we may actually be getting Fireflied on the final 5 and have to wait for them on DVD.
Oh, Caprica, your final 5 is so different from BSG's final 5.
So true, but sadly that makes this our last CapriCast, kind of ever.
And so without further ado, let's dig into the episode that caused SyFy to cancel the series. Alright, so first off, we've got Daniel working on the program for the whole episode that we saw Zoe finish in the pilot, and we're watching him redo it. And I've got to say, this is a lot of the reason Caprica was canceled. It's the circles it keeps running in, the slow-moving narratives, the lack of progress to get anywhere.
Now, it was interesting seeing Daniel interacting with Amanda's avatar, but it seemed strange to me that the primary things he's building into them are a sex drive and desire to please. I mean, makes sense if you're, hoping to get your loved one back, but what happens when your kid has died and you want them back? It's kind of odd, don't you think?
Yeah, I guess that's a little weird, Danny. Might want to think that one through. Anyway, Daniel's sort of apology and explanation to Amanda was a really cool bait and switch. The reveal that it was an avatar, that it was just a test on that avatar, was awesome. Granted, it's another Caprica fake-out, but somehow I really enjoyed it.
Exactly. That one worked very, very well.
Yeah.
It was great. Both of them were awesome together. And you know what? Amanda Greystone, Paula Malcolmson, lots of diversity for her in this. I mean, she's the one that plays Amanda Greystone, and between her being herself trying to fit into Clarice's polygamous family, as well as Daniel's bizarro avatar, and working with the, police, she's doing good.
Yeah, she had a lot to do in this episode.
I'm actually starting to like her.
Yeah, she was getting very exciting. And I've got to say, her and that conversation with the detective that happened out in the woods, listen, am I the only one that thought it felt like someone was watching them from the outside?
As soon as that shot happened behind a tree, I was like, oh my gosh, Clarice, who's spying on them?
Yeah, this is a quick note to the director of this episode, Stahl. Filmmaking shorthand. If it's a shot from a distance and it's a point of view shot, it's going to come across as someone watching that point of view. You got to put it on sticks, brother. You got to put it on tripod for that shot to work.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you for
just
the
heads up on that.
Moment.
But that's why, as a viewer, it was confusing. You think there's something going on, and it wasn't.
But oh man, her talking to the detective at the end saying, "I lied."
That
was awesome. I couldn't believe it because she was very
interesting.
convincing. She is getting interesting.
She gets interesting in the last smashing moment of the series. I really liked seeing that board meeting, essentially, with half mob members there.
Yeah,
that
and
was
then the
wicked.
Guys.
Yeah, very, very fun. Now, I've got to say, having the Guatrao tell the frigging CEO of the company how it was going to be was great.
Although, yeah, it was great.
Sweet.
It was, yeah, I know, that's hilarious and very unexpected, but it was cool.
Now, I've got to say, specifically when it comes to Daniel and Yosif's conversation on that favorite smoking spot, how is there no wind 1,000 stories up? There was a little bit of hair moving, and that was it.
Again, a detail that Matt notices. It wasn't...
the devil's in the details, man.
Oh my
gosh,
but that line, as they were talking, where he says, "Till your daughter blew her up," that was gold.
Oh, that was.
I mean, given they're not friends at all.
No.
They're right. They are not friends. They maybe almost became friends at some point.
But as soon as, the terrorist that blew it up became the daughter, that sort of disconnect.
This begs the question, I mean, maybe we'll never find out, but when will everyone else find out that it wasn't Zoe that blew up the train?
It begs a better question. When is Ben Stark coming back into play? Because we saw his avatar. We know he's another Deathwalker, and has no one, noticed him kicking around? Too many plates spinning, Caprica. That's why you're canceled.
Oh, God.
Now, Yosif specifically, him and Evelyn.
Get some action this episode.
My goodness. And I've got to say, watching an entire season's worth of sexual tension run off makes for some ugly Tauron sex faces. They were mean looking. Damn.
They're very feral.
I guess they were. Now, this episode really focused on the best character in the show next to Daniel Greystone.
Sam is awesome. I love getting to see anything involving him. Although there was this interesting element of the Tauron War and the politics behind it that just slaps you in the face in this episode. I mean, fascinating, but Sam is apparently heavily into it and funding it and, helping them with
guns
guns.
over?
And
Yeah.
how did we not know anything about any of this for an entire season?
It did kind of feel like they came up with a storyline a little bit out of nowhere, but the one thing that confused me a little bit was we now saw a new Cylon bot. I guess it wasn't U-87. It was just another one that, some fell off the back of a truck because there's a mob running Greystone Industries
nice
now.
And shiny.
Now, was there a personality in this Cylon? A question I've had ever since Verge started churning out the Cylons on the production line.
Yeah, that's true.
We haven't seen whether there's a human avatar in there. Cyrus said they're not on the sentient scale like U-87 was, but there could just be a Zoe hiding in each and every one of them, because she's done that.
She has, exactly, and pretended to simply be a brainless Cylon. Who knows? Although I loved hearing it say, by your command.
That was pretty wicked. And you know what? Seeing Sam use the Cylon was terrifying.
Yeah.
But I love the idea that they might be sending some of those to Toron.
Oh my god, please have Sam and Joe send Cylons to Toron.
Well, it's got to be, because the Guatran not being political means the Adamas will have to go around the Halafa to make the Cylons actually get involved in the Rebel War.
Will we ever find out?
This better be season 1 business. I really hope so. Wow. No Barnabas.
No Lacey.
No Geminon.
No Blessed Mother.
Maybe that's why we enjoyed this episode so much.
Talk about going out on a high note.
Now, since these episodes are already made, there's no way to neatly wrap up anything in the first season at this point. Now, do you remember BSG's first season finale? Blam, blam!
Oh my god.
Let's hope Remy didn't get too presumptuous with how he wanted to wrap up this particular season.
Oh my gosh, but be sure to hit up CapriCast.com to let us know what you expect to see in the final 5, because who knows at this point?
The BSG prequel series is dead. Long live the BSG prequel series.
What's next? Blood and Chrome.
Now, when SyFy upgraded the green screen web series to a TV movie backdoor pilot to a series, the writing was on the wall for Caprica.
Honestly, when a critically acclaimed military space drama was followed up by a legal, religious, mafia, scientific procedural drama, I'd say the writing was on the wall then.
Yes, at least Roddenberry knew that a spin-off series to Star Trek probably needed to be on a spaceship, and calling that ship the Enterprise also wouldn't hurt.
And it looks like SyFy is sticking with that winning formula. I mean, Blood and Chrome takes place on the Battlestar Galactica, with the main character said to be William Adama himself.
Now, with the exact setting as BSG, hopefully SyFy doesn't do a complete 180 from Caprica, making a brainless action series out of Battlestar Galactica.
Gosh. Well, here's hoping that Blood and Chrome can provide that balance of existential genius writing and things blowing up good that the BSG fans are looking for in a spin-off series.
Until the next time we set foot in the Galactiverse, my friends, remember to keep your eye on yourgeeknews.com for more of our saucy opinions on geeky genre movies.